everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Fiona and I'm obsessed with all things art. At the moment it is a play between paint by numbers and art journaling, which is two completely different things, I know, but it is what I'm completely obsessed with at the moment. If you're like me and you love all things art, then welcome. And in today's video I am sharing with you this art journal spread that I made, hoping to give you some inspiration. You can copy along or come up with your own version, or if you just like to watch and just get some ideas. And I am using here, it is an old colouring in page that I had done. I'm not sure, I think it's from Pinterest. I'm sorry, I don't know the artist because I printed it out and done it a while ago, and somewhere along the line I didn't finish it and it was just sitting in the drawer. So I saw it the other day and I thought it would be really nice to use in an art journal page, and I have printed it out on quality art paper. It just gives a bit of a nicer effect when you're colouring in if you're using a bit better quality paper, I think. And I could have glued it down, but I'm just using some double-sided tape to avoid all the glue and the bumps and the messiness that you get. And when it comes to art journaling, you can literally use any book that you've got on hand. I am using the Montmartre sketchbook. It's A4 size hardcover and the paper is quite thick on it, and that's why I like it. If you're using a book that doesn't have thick pages, you can just glue a couple of pages together to get a bit of strength if you're going to be using lots of glue and paint. Next up, I'm using some junk journal pages that I found online at Shein. I'm pretty sure it was Shein. I do shop between Shein, Temu and AliExpress, and in the search bar I just put in art journal supplies or junk journal supplies, and I just browse and see what I come up with. And I did find these cute little mystical, whimsical papers. They're just little squares that I'm using to glue down in the corners here. Even napkins I'd like to try using. Haven't done that yet. I've seen people that use napkins and I think that does a really cool effect. These were also from, I think it's, AliExpress or Shein or one of them, and they're just stickers. Some of them are glossy, some of them are matte, and they are a bit flimsy, but they get the job done. They actually look quite nice on. You just peel the back off and stick them. I then decided to lay a bit of gesso down just as a base for my paint so that it would go on a bit smoother and nicer quality, and just blend those edges in. And then I decided that the double-sided tape wasn't quite enough for those right on the edges, so I've just added a bit of glue just to the very edges to give a smooth transition. And yeah, just gessoing across. Then I found these metallic paints from Temu. I think they were $20 for quite a few of them, and for $20 they are pretty good quality when it comes to art journaling. And I just started playing around with the purple and the turquoise and the gold, and that's just a little sponge applicator from a kid's art pack. I was just experimenting with different effects. Not really knowing where I was going, just working intuitively at this stage, just playing around, seeing what I came up with. And that's how it is with art journaling. And usually I hate various stages of what I'm working on and I just think I'm making a mess. But then at the end it does all come together. this stage I was not liking what I was making at all. I had to walk away from it and dry it with a hairdryer a couple of times and just go back in and do some different layers and just see where it was heading. But you just have to trust the process and trust that hopefully it will come together at the end. So normally at this stage I would get the stencils out and stencil some different shapes and patterns and designs and layer them, and I thought I would go a bit different this time and use a fine tip brush and the gold metallic paint and go over the flowers that the colouring in page came with that I had covered with paint a little bit, and just bring those flowers out a bit and her hair. So I really like the way that the gold turned out on her hair and in the flowers, so I gained a bit more confidence here after not liking the background and decided to go in and paint some stars and moons in the background, like I said, instead of using the stenciling like I would normally do. And I can never go past some glitter glue, which I just love working with lately. And I think this was just $2.95 from the bargain shop. I think it might have even been from the kids section. And 5-year-old me would have absolutely loved this page and loved working on it. So just going over with the glitter glue. And in a minute you'll see me grab some stars and moons, like little cutouts that I think that you use for party decorations. Again, so they're from one of those cheapy websites like Temu or Shein or AliExpress. Super cheap. I think you use them for parties to spread on the table for decorations. And they're just little moons and hearts, a little bit hard to see in the video, but I've just used the glitter glue to stick those down. Then just going a bit crazy with that purple glitter glue and spreading it all over. And I'm also putting some clear glitter over her face. It's clear with like a tiny bit of white specks. And then I accidentally dropped a big glob of glue on the page, so I just went with it and put it all over. And this is how it turned out. I really loved the way that it turned out. I was a bit nervous when I first started putting those paints down, thinking, oh my gosh, what have I done? But it all came together nicely in the end. I hope this has inspired you a little bit to create something the same, or you might even just like watching. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.